Hi, everyone. If this is your first time tapping with me, welcome. Thanks for being here. And if you've been tapping with me for a while, or maybe you're a member on Tapping with Tea, the app and community, welcome back to more hopefully fun and helpful videos. I wanted to circle back and touch on something that is really common and really troubling for so many of the people I work with. And this was personally a big part of my journey: chronic bloating, chronic GI discomfort. And you might be at the point in your life where you feel like you've tried everything and you're starting to feel hopeless and tired and confused and overwhelmed and just not sure what to do. And maybe there's a part of you that wants to keep trying and keep figuring out what foods work, or maybe try another SIBO protocol, but also just feeling exhausted from the perpetual fixing mentality. If this is where you find yourself, I'm really glad you decided to tap today, because hopefully this can start to shift things for you. Let's start with a deep breath in, holding at the top of your inhale. Super slow, extended exhale. And I just have a feeling you probably tend to suck in your belly or clench it or hold it in throughout the day. For this practice, please let it relax. And I know even that might feel a little bizarre, but when we are learning to send signals of safety that allow for proper digestion, that allow for proper motility, we have to learn to unclench what we might be holding tight without even realizing what we're doing. So, letting the belly hang out again, deep breath in, pausing at the top, slow exhale, pausing at the bottom, and one more time. Deep breath in, holding at the top just for a moment, and then slow exhale. And if this is your first time tapping, all you have to do is follow along as we move from tapping point to tapping point, repeating after me. That's it. Pretty simple. And if you've been tapping for quite some time, then you know exactly what to do. So starting with this karate chop point, repeating after me. Even though I am so tired of feeling bloated, I'm learning to slow down and trust myself as I move forward on this path. Even though it feels like my bloating keeps me from living the life that I want to be living, I'm learning to get curious about how I can tend to my body so that my body can finally feel safe to relax. Even though it brings up a lot of sadness, thinking about how much this bloating has impacted my quality of life, I'm learning to trust this process and find value and wisdom in this experience. Moving to that eyebrow point right above the inner edge of the eyebrow, repeating after me. I get frustrated. I get upset. I get filled with jealousy and comparison, wondering what it would be like not to have to manage constant and continual bloating. I get overwhelmed thinking about going out to eat or eating at a friend's house or even trying new foods. Because even my safe foods cause reactions, and it's really starting to wear on me. It makes complete sense that this bloating has been stressful to manage. I feel like I've done everything. I've tried all the diets, I've bought all the supplements. I've tried so many digestive hacks and tricks. It makes sense that there's a big part of me that's exhausted by this journey. And I'm choosing to let that part know, hey, I know this has been tiring. I know it feels disheartening and hopeless. But what if healing doesn't mean becoming more afraid and more controlling and rigid around food? What if this is the whole point? What if this bloating and digestive journey is actually here to help me grow in ways I never would have without this experience? Because I've tried getting more serious. I've tried being more rigid with food, and it hasn't worked. So what if that's not the approach? When I drop the fear and the confusion and the overwhelm and the worry and the doubt and the comparison just for a moment to make space for curiosity. What if it's not about fixing my belly? What if it's about learning to hear what my belly has been trying to tell me all along? What if it's not about another protocol or another parasite cleanse or another low FODMAP diet? What if this next chapter is actually my opportunity to learn to slow down and listen to exactly what my body is trying to tell me? Because I do notice when I'm relaxed and playful and feeling open, I notice that my digestion is so much better. I feel more intuitive with foods. What if the foods that I want to be eating are exactly what I am meant to be eating? And yes, sometimes things might get a little flared up and I might be bloated, distended, uncomfortable. What if that's not because I'm doing something wrong? What if it's more a sign that my body is still in a transition? My microbiome is still shifting, And I'm in the process of finding what works for me. Finding the foods and the environments and the thoughts that allow for the best and smoothest digestion. Because if it was just the food, we'd all be cured by now. I choose to be my belly's best friend. Listening to it, not with the intention to fix it and to make these symptoms go away immediately, although sometimes I wish that were the case. I'm choosing to learn how to tend to my body and care for it like a garden. Every day is different. Every season is different. And I'm learning to tune in to my body in ways I never have before. Not in a hypervigilant or fear-based way. I choose to be curious and loving towards my body. Genuinely getting to know what it wants, what maybe it doesn't want, and perhaps understanding that certain foods I really want to be eating, I remind myself that maybe they're not working right now, but who's to say what the next month or two will bring? Our microbiome changes meal by meal. Everything is always in flux. And I'm choosing to stay open and curious, to allow space for my intuition to guide me. Perhaps it's not someone else's protocol or gut healing plan. Perhaps it's more about slowing down and softening. As I hear exactly what my body has been trying to tell me. And I'm taking a moment to appreciate that I'm much better off than I used to be. I have learned a lot, and sometimes it feels like I've learned too much. But I'm grateful I tried all those protocols. I tried all the supplements to know, okay, that's not where my healing is. And in a way, that's such a relief. As I remember that the path forward is uniquely my own. And the slower and more softer I learn and choose to be, the more I hear what the next step is. Not to fix, but to support my digestion as it continues healing and fortifying and regenerating. This is a journey. There is no quick fix. There is no silver magic bullet. What if this experience is here to help me cultivate a relationship with myself and my body that is based on love and respect and care? Learning to listen. Learning to hear so that I can support and love and care for this body in ways I never have before. And I also choose to remember that so many others have overcome really severe digestive difficulties. And if they can do it, maybe I can do it too. Even when I'm doubting that I'll ever get out of this, I stay open to the possibility of being surprised. I stay open to the understanding that this time, even with the bloating, is valuable. There's wisdom here. And perhaps my future self wants me to know, hey, perhaps you can learn to relax into what is. Perhaps the relaxation, the curiosity, and the softening is the way through. Not a diet, not another expensive supplement. What if my body knows exactly how to heal? And I'm finally learning to hear what it's been trying to tell me all along. So I choose to be excited about this journey. I choose to trust. I choose to be my belly's best friend. Trusting that things might turn out way better than I've ever expected. Time is on my side, and I'm open to this mysterious path unfolding before me. Squeeze that wrist, take a deep breath in, hold at the top. Maybe a yawn and an exhale. I like to roll my shoulders and stretch it out and check in. Notice how you're feeling. Notice what it feels like to intentionally choose to be curious about this process. I fully believe that this experience is what you are meant to be going through. Not to romanticize digestive issues, but to honor that there is so much growth and wisdom that comes when we are uncomfortable, when things are not working the way we want them to work. We grow and develop in ways that we wouldn't otherwise. And I always think of those seeds that only germinate after being scorched by wildfire. There is something incredible about what happens when we reach a certain point of discomfort. And that path will be, like I've said, uniquely your own. And while you might find little tricks and tools and ideas from other people that are navigating digestive difficulties, the biggest piece is honoring what your intuition is guiding you towards, what feels like a yes and what feels like a no. And as that gut instinct strengthens, you might be delightfully surprised to notice how your digestion changes as well. Let me know how this video felt. If you are looking for more tapping videos, I post a new video every single week at Tapping with T. You can use it as a community page. You can also get the Tapping with T app on your phone. But I'm here to help, I should say. And I'm here to help. And there are hundreds of other people that get it, that are also on similar journeys. And the whole intention is to support one another, to remind one another that healing is, yes, is possible, not impossible. Healing is possible, and it might happen in ways that you least expect, and that's part of the fun of it. Alrighty, I will leave it at that for today. Ta-ta for now. Let me know how that felt. Let me know if you have any specific tapping video requests, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching today.
from Jay. We've got some plank, some learning, got some videos, some slippers.